Oh, g'day, Jordan. How are you?
Hey Kieran, mate, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I had 4 wins this week.
So
But
did I actually.
yeah, nice. Well, have we when do we play against each other?
I believe we've got each other in a few weeks actually.
Ooh, you're gone.
Oh no, mate, you're finished.
I'm sitting pretty at top six still. Top
Nice.
16.
Yeah,
Nothing special my score, considering a lot
yeah,
of them were 2000s and stuff like that. I think if I just look at the rankings for a sec,
yeah.
rounds 13, 22.
That's insane for like 18 players as well.
He's
Um,
absolutely stuffed for this round, but he did very good. The very good round 13. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Very true. Very
that,
true.
that's right. Let's just quickly talk teams for a second.
Yes, for
Darcy
sure.
Moore is out. He
That's
is.
massive. Yep.
Yeah. Do you remember
Because
what
I know you
happened?
had him as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I had him since he's made money on me
Yep.
because
That's
he
good.
brought him for underneath for 400 basically. I think I brought him into something like that. So
Yep. Yep.
he's jumped up a fair bit. But what was the reason why he was out again?
He's done his knee, so it's a PCL injury.
That's it.
Um,
Yes.
I believe he dug his knee into the turf by the sounds of it in
In
the probably last minutes of the game.
ooh yeah
So
yeah.
he's out for 8 to 12 weeks. So that's basically his season done, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
he's been a killer for us actually. And also while we are on the topic of Collingwood,
Yeah.
I said $20 on the pies,
And did you do it?
and I did it,
Yeah.
and I won money.
Yes. Yes.
We beat the
I
ladder leaders. How good!
they were paying out like $5 or something like that, weren't they?
Yeah, I think I got us at about 460, 480.
I'll rate that. I'll rate
Um,
that. That's so good. That's so
oh,
good.
mate, unbelievable.
Mate, it's all about betting on this channel as
Yeah.
well.
Anyway, back to Supercoach.
The other thing that brings a bit more light into it as well is Reeves was out because of an injury, not because he got managed or anything like that, which
Yeah,
is what I assumed.
yeah.
Um, so
Rolled his
we brought
ankle
him
in
in.
training, I believe.
Yeah, brought him in. I don't care. Like, I hope he still plays, even though it says
Yeah.
injured. He's not sort of thing. I think he's selected as a. We had a look. He's selected as a extended list.
I'm not sure if he is, but
Oh no, he was that was Newcombe. Sorry,
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
bad. No, we're
Nah,
looking at
all
bringing
good,
him.
all good. Hopefully he's in next week though. Hopefully that ankle
Uh,
heals up all right and he'll be
If he's
back.
in next,
Fingers crossed.
if he's in next week, I don't care how Grundy is. If they're
Yeah,
both out, I'll be like, oh, okay,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
different story. Um,
I think Grundy's tracking well
yep.
by the sounds of it, so he should be back next week. Fingers crossed.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. That's actually really good
Yeah,
to hear.
yeah,
Um, Now my team is let's have a look. Optimize is looking all right. I'm projected. I'm probably going to go Kelly captain this week.
yeah.
Um, and I was going to do VC McRae. I don't know if that was the same as you.
Exactly the same, actually.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was tempted to go Hall.
Kieran, we just think too alike, man. That's just crazy.
That was
Yeah,
partly because when I kicked Optimize before, it had Hall as VC, and I'm like, okay. Okay.
yeah. And the more impressive thing as well, I'm just going to touch on quickly, Kieran, with Hall's score, is he copped a forward tag from the ball.
Hmm.
The ball kept him to, I think Hall had 5 touches in the first quarter. But
Okay.
then he just absolutely went on a tear.
Yeah.
Um, and they didn't bother about the tag anymore.
Hmm.
And yeah, that 141 was really impressive. So yeah, I was looking at him as a potential captain
If
option
he,
as well.
yeah, if he didn't have the tag at the start of the quarter,
Yeah,
what could he have scored?
yeah. And I don't think Brisbane will tag him. And they are playing at Bloodstone again, actually.
Ooh, that's actually a good point. You know what? I'm going to
Um,
go something different. I'm going to VC Hall.
yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're going to do. I just have that much
Mm,
faith in Kelly that I don't mind who I'm going to VC. The other thing I like
yeah.
as well is that since I've brought him in about 5 weeks ago or whatever it was, I think I brought
Yeah.
him in around rounds 8 or 9 or something, or
We
7, 8 or
both brought
nine.
him in at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it before on the channel, but
Yeah.
he has only scored me 100 plus each game he's played.
Yeah.
More impressingly,
Yeah.
95 average score all rounds with a
Yeah.
6 inside that,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
huge. You more have to look at his third round or 5 round averages of
Yeah.
120, basically. You just have to look
Indeed.
at it and realize that's the quality you're sort of going to get.
Yeah.
Um,
I
Five.
reckon the ball's going to be down there. Sorry, Kieran, to cut you off.
Yeah.
I reckon the ball's going to be down there a
Mm.
fair bit this weekend, more than it
Yep.
was on when they played the Giants.
Yep.
And hopefully that means more disposals for Hall. You've really got me
And
thinking about this now as a bit of a point of difference.
yeah, exactly. I don't know who I'm playing against if they have McRae or Hall or
Yeah.
whoever, but I think that might be good
Yeah,
for a thing. 5:30 possibly still could be worth bringing in at 5:30. Honestly,
definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
For forwards, easily. Well, considering
Yeah.
I got rid of Zeeble almost to get Oliver,
Yeah.
and only because I had that much faith. Basically, had that much faith in Hall was going to get more of the ball than him. Um, More of the ball than him that I can trust sort of his score basically. And
Yeah.
ever since then, Zeeble stopped scoring 140s and now Hall is basically.
It's kind of going opposite, yeah. But in saying that, Zeebel's still number one forward.
Yep. And I would
And I still
argue,
got him.
I would argue that's fine if you have him. I
Yeah.
would argue that Hall is a much better pick than Zeeble,
Fair
only
enough.
because he's also played one less game, and one of his games was a 6.
Yeah.
So if you count how many, like say he would have had like another 200 points because of those two being out,
Yep.
he may not be 100. He may not be directly directly first or anything like that with 200 more points or anything like that. But
Yep.
he could be definitely a good,
Oh,
definitely up there sort of thing. Like
100%. And I think I remember us bringing in
Cool.
Hall for about 430-ish, I think. So he's probably basically
Yeah.
made us 100K.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is he was also a medical sub one of those games, which he scored
Mm.
20 or something like that, and he got
Yeah.
injured the other game, which was so I think he got injured on he was scored 80, and the other one, which whatever score he scored, he was
Yeah.
it was a medical sub or vice versa or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So if those were hundreds as well, he would easily be the first pick. And that's why I'm not too worried about what Zeeble is, because he's now losing money where Hall's now gaining money.
Gaining money. Yeah.
Zorko's the one I missed the boat on. I actually picked
Yeah,
Impey over
likewise.
Zorko like an absolute idiot, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm actually liking the look of Langford,
Yeah,
but I'm not liking
indeed.
him. If Shield's going to be in next week or the week after, which is what it's looking like he might be, his score will change. So he may cost 580 now, and he's
Yeah.
going to jump up to 480 now, and he might jump up to 500 plus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if he's going to go back to averaging 70s and 80s because Shield's back in, I don't know. And he's been scoring good since as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think he's scored 100 with Shield being on the team as well. And I think there's some other people that need to come back. Like I think Hind has been out for a while as well.
Hind. No, Hind has been playing.
I know he's been playing.
but,
Yeah.
he's been playing. He's just named on the extended bench this week.
Oh, okay.
And he was actually interesting that you bring that up because it's actually kind of a good segue.
Yeah.
I'd probably I'm more lenient to go Hind over Langford just because he's more consistent. But
yeah.
break even of 119, I'd probably wait a little bit.
Yeah. Look, and picking up Langford now is fine at 330, but don't pick him up if you don't think he's going to be a premium. If you're going to pick him up to say, oh, he's going to score 500, he's going to get to price 500, and then I can pick anyone else at that price, you're just spending 2 trades to do nothing.
Yeah,
basically.
there's no point. At this point of the season, you're kind of looking at players that are consistent and you're looking for keepers, basically.
Yeah, I brought in Martin the week before last, so he scored the only game I've had with him. He scored 110, so I'm happy with
good.
that.
Yeah, very much so.
I'll stay away from Walker. I don't trust Hawkins as well. As sort of key forwards. Dale's an interesting one because I never, as a Bulldog supporter, never thought about bringing him in or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he's been taking all the kick-ins what Caleb Daniel sort of scores. So he's sort of been the Caleb Daniel of the Bulldogs last year sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it would have been a huge sort of pod and stuff like that if you brought him in from the start. He's had a couple of good games, but I still don't think he's worth that price. If you got him in for 300 something, exactly 300k at the start of the year, you'd be laughing sort of thing. You'd be laughing, but but now, I'm not too iffy about that because forwards are so hard to get right. I'm basically gonna wait for Dangerfield to. Yeah, I'm basically gonna wait for Dangerfield to get a right price. And I'll bring Martin. Well, here's a good way to talk about trades. A good segue. I'm going to bring Martin down because I don't like him being in midfield. And also, if you look at my team, I've got him on the bench.
Yep.
So I need to sort of bring him down or bring Laird up. But
Yep.
either way, they're both going to work. I'm actually looking at, I think you are 3 premiums this round.
Yeah.
Um,
And
um,
one of them is very underpriced.
One of them is very underpriced.
Yeah.
And if he keeps going the way he's going, which we'll talk about in a sec,
Yeah.
he is going to be he's key. Actually, I'll take that back. I think all of them are underpriced for what they
Yeah,
are.
that's very
One
true.
of them is
Very true.
massively underpriced.
Yeah. Yep.
But first I'll start off my trades. I'm getting rid of Darcy Moore. He's going to be out.
Yep.
He's done his PCL.
Yep.
And I am going to bring Laird up.
Yep.
Did I do that last time? I'm trying to remember what I did. Actually, I'll just slowly talk my way through it. I'm getting rid of Jordan because there's no point having someone worth 400k on the bench. He's going to make more money, and I can wait and do this trade. But I think the players that I'm getting now won't jump down too much in price. Won't jump up. Sorry, won't come down more in price than what they already are. And Jordan's already he's gonna make more money, but one, he's not
100%.
playing this week, and two that he's not gonna jump up more than what other players are gonna sort of come down to compensate for that. So I thought 400k easily. And I was looking at getting him out a couple other times throughout the year, but I'm glad I didn't, because he saved me last week with scoring 99. And look at the thanks I'm giving him just setting him off. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Atkins as well.
Yep.
And there was one other one that I was thinking about getting, but that's right. No, I just remembered what it was. So I'll leave that one for now. I'm going to bring Martin down.
Yep.
And I'm going to. I don't think I brought. No, I did. Yeah, that's right. No, I'm all good. I'm all good.
Yeah.
First one I'm just gonna bring is Newcomb. I'm not too sure if he is going to be playing or not, but he's 102k. There's more chance of him playing a third game than not, so I'm keeping him in anyway. As you can see, I've got some money left over. The two players,
just a little bit,
just a little bit of money left over, just a cheeky 1.2 mil. Same as my actual bank account in real life, which is really good. The cheeky player that I want to bring in, which I like the look of, is Travivs Boak. Now, we talked about this just literally right before. No, I've just realised what I've done. We talked about this right before. I like the price of him.
Yeah.
And he's basically at his bottom dollar. 110, he can still go lower. I don't think he scored. Yeah, he didn't score 110 last week. But we'll see how he goes this week.
He got tagged, may I say, as well last week.
Who was he playing?
And still scored the 108. Mark O'Connor was tagging him, and he got off the leash the last quarter.
Gotcha.
And absolutely killed it. So
I'm actually
108 from Boak off
about
a tag is
insane. I actually missed that game, and Boak has been my pod last year. Still was my pod I had since the start last year as well.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Boak. The other pod that I have, which I haven't brought in, which is Miller last year. When Rowe got out, I grabbed Miller with sort of the money that I had over from all these other players, and I brought him in, and he's done great for me, sort of thing. Since.
Yeah.
That being said, last year I didn't have Neil. We'll get to Neil in a sec. I'm not bringing him in.
Yeah.
But I just remember the third player that I'm bringing in.
Yeah.
That I love the look of, which was Haynes at 335. Sorry. And that leaves me with a lot of money left over. Now, we sort of talked about what I can do with this money. Anything, basically.
Yeah.
I am really tempted to do something like this. And just get Lloyd and keep him on the bench for this round and have and sort of have him more for next round and have Haynes on the bench going forward. And that means when I get rid of, say, Cumming or CJ, or if not both of them, I can bring Laird up, bring Lloyd back in, grab a couple of 100k players, because I don't need to upgrade my midfielders anymore, because I've got Boak to come in for... Peter's Boak to come in, and I'll have a full stack of midfielders, and I won't have Bailey Smith on the bench like he's going to be on next round. Which I like. I like it, and I don't like it at the same time. It scares me.
Yeah.
Because I like the fact that I don't have to worry about any injuries or anything like that.
Exactly.
So, for instance, if I do... This is basically my my midfield with Smith on the bench.
Yeah.
And this will be my team with Laird on the field, basically. If I'm most likely going to get rid of CJ and Cummings made me so much money. CJ's made me a lot of money, but they're both still going great, sort of thing. I want to get rid of both of them, bring Laird up.
Yeah.
And honestly, if Haynes keeps scoring the way he's going, with the team that he's sort of in now, and if he goes back to what he was last year, basically, he's going to be a lock. Yeah. So it's going to be Laird up, Haynes in, just a random player who I don't care about, 100k, don't care. With that money would be about 600k left to upgrade one, if not both, of my last two rookies on the field here.
Yeah.
And I will still have Bailey Smith on the bench, basically.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of money on the bench.
Yeah.
Or I could upgrade for another, say, Mills and keep Haynes on the sort of side, which is awesome for injuries, awesome for what's it called? The finals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which obviously, look at my team, I'm gonna make it anyway.
Yeah.
And I've got 6 trades, and I still have 6 trades left. Yeah. So say 2 of them's Cumming and CJ, and I keep Haynes there. Cumming and CJ are going to be out. Say, for instance, take that. That's like 700k between the both of them.
Yeah.
Have a 100k player, 600k to spend. Yeah. That's getting almost two 500k players here. Dangerfield's going to be less than 500k. Pick him up, and pick up, honestly, whoever's looking good at the time. And that's still only with 3 trades. Another 3 trades, I can basically do another upgrade sort of thing. Downgrade Coleman Jones, upgrade Jones for anyone else I want. Yeah. That's given me so much money to sort of deal with. The only downside, if CJ and Cumming start scoring 100 again, awesome. I would hate that because I can't get rid of her.
Yeah.
But I like the fact of having the bench here, but they're only there because I'm going to upgrade players.
100%.
The last player there's one player I do want, and that's Bont, but I'm waiting for him to have that one bad game, that one 80, 90 point game that he scores, or even 70, I don't care. Just do it, so I can pick him up for less than 700k.
Yeah.
Because if the second he goes down, the closer to 600, if not lower, he is a lock and a half.
Yeah.
He sees that one bad game, and the other 2 games, he can honestly just needs to sort of carry him through that, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Right now, I'm keeping it like this. Actually, I'll go back to how it was before, so I can actually have a full team.
Yep.
Right now, I'll keep it like this. I was thinking about getting Merritt and Walsh, but we talked about this. Walsh may get tagged.
Yep.
The ball might tag Walsh, and I don't know if Walsh is gonna score very well, and he does have a higher break even than Merritt, which I rate. If you're gonna pick up Merritt, He's gonna be a gun for you anyway.
And he's just signed actually till 2027 as well. So
he's gonna show him why they're paying him the big bucks, which I don't know how much they're paying him, but it's more than me.
Yeah.
But because he had that 90 there, which 90 is nothing. It's his lowest score, 89. Yeah. He just has a slightly higher 122. He could very well hit that, but he could also get tagged. I'm hoping that he gets tagged and Walsh doesn't. It would make my day. But but yeah, I'm hoping. I would also hate if Walsh starts scoring good again, because then I'm like, oh well, I can't get Bont or someone like that in because I've got too much players. But that's all right. Yeah. I'll be fine. Don't have to worry about me.
So that's a unique thing as well with Supercoach. Like, you're going to have to miss out on players that you want.
Exactly.
You're just going to have to bring in the best team that you think you can win with, kind of thing.
Reeves isn't selected in, which I was kind of annoyed about, but I only spent 123k for him in the hopes that he sort of plays his 3rd game. That's fine.
Yeah.
Luke Edwards might be a player that I might bring in next week. If he gets named.
Yeah.
Langford's good, but you only bring him in if you think he's going to be a premium. Same with Toby Green. But then again, they're both at good prices, so you can bring him in now and get him at before they hit 100 sort of k, 500k. Tom Stewart's probably a lock and a half if you don't have him already. I may pick him up for CJ or Cumming or something like that. But having Lloyd there, that's
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm going into round 15 with a solid team basically.
Yeah.
But I still need to make some cheeky upgrades, like CJ Cumming needs to go out.
Yep.
Laird needs to come back.
Yeah.
Honestly, just before we sort of go, I just need to think about how I do this for next round
Yeah.
15. So, for instance, if I get rid of CJ and Cumming, say they both score 80,
Mm,
like, yeah, that's cool and all, but Laird's going to score over 100, Lloyd's going to score over 100, so that's where the points are going to be there anyway. So get
mm,
rid of Cumming, get rid of CJ, Lloyd in, Laird up, 100k player on the bench, or
yeah.
if there's another defender that's got a low break even, or that's played a couple of games, I may even bring them in
Yeah, for sure.
just for some more money, or someone who's going to be playing anyway,
Mm,
which is fine. Or yeah, that's all fine.
yeah.
Um, I'm going to have to swap Steele for Newcomb and Laird for Smith next week if I don't bring him up.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, that's right. If I bring Laird up and Lloyd in for CJ and Cumming, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a feeling they're going to go good this week. I think the ball's going to be down there anyway.
Mm,
GWS might have a better chance, but still, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It'd be
I reckon
interesting
it's going to be right. I reckon it's going to be right. I've
Yeah.
got a messed up team, but I love it. 6 trades
Yeah.
to basically get rid of Waitman and Jones, or Waitman and Coleman Jones, or whoever. Get rid of.
Yeah.
I need to get rid of 2 rookies with 6 trades basically, and I've got excess on the bench pretty much.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I like it. I am scared of what's going to happen next week, but we'll see how it goes. But talk about your trades. Yours is similar. Because
Yeah.
I brought up I brought up Boak, and you weren't going to tell me you were going to bring in Boak, you cheeky little thing. But yeah, talk me through your trades. Talk me through your
Yeah.
trades.
So I started off with one trade and one trade only. Just to ease my way into it, because I was actually been really worried about this week.
Yep.
I've been dreading this week after seeing what players I've got and whatnot. And Team News have just kind of thrown it into.
Yeah. Well, I'll say the
carnage.
same thing. I was actually going to do one trade, and that was basically Darcy Moore for Haynes, pretty much. That was the only
Yeah.
trade I was going to do, which
Yeah.
would give me some more money in the bank. But
Yeah.
then I thought, I might need to have another couple of people playing, and then I may as well bet Newcomb in case he comes in, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was always going to do more than one trade, but I was just going to wait for Team News and all that. And, that little asshole Waterman down there that I can see on your screen, Kieran. The culprit, main culprit.
I would have at least 18 players if he came in. Same with if Reeves and Newcomb were confirmed playing, I would have no issues, and I'm sure you're the same as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But let me walk through mine quickly. So my first trade was Heaney out.
Yep.
And then via DPP, because I had Dustin Martin in my mid, so I moved him down.
Yep, same. Yep.
And I brought in Josh Kelly.
Yes.
I know you brought him in last week.
And he's killed it.
Yeah, and he scored obviously the 147.
Yep.
So that's just affirmed that I want him in my team. And he seems to have got his body right as well. So
I think that was more of the worries that we had at the start of the year, not bringing him in or not starting off with him.
Yeah,
because I think he had some issues or something like that. The other thing is it was just 600. It was just 600k. So it's like, would you get him in or would you get McRae or someone like that? But yeah, the half reason why I didn't get Kelly is I didn't trust him for that price sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fair enough as well. And my next one, basically a Ray trade to be honest, but it is Waterman out.
Yep.
For what's his name? Briggs. Kieran Briggs has been named.
Yes.
For his second game.
Yep.
Now I don't normally do this, but because it's the bye week and because I am in dire straits, I am bringing Briggs in. And if he's not playing next week, I don't care. That's fine with me.
Well, he's going to be he'll be on your bench anyway. So it's not like he's going to affect your sort of main score.
Correct. And that's why I'm bringing him in.
Yeah. First of all, great name.
Yeah.
Love you. Let me just check out your team real quick and have a little sticky beak while you're here with me.
Yeah.
While it loads.
Yeah, so just to fill in time.
Look at you.
Yeah. Just to fill in time. Briggs is, like I said, he's just someone that I want to bring in this week just because he's playing. He's playing for firsts. And like I said, if he's not playing next week, that's okay because he's going to be on my bench anyway. So
I love Stewart and I love Short for you. I don't want Short in my team. I don't know why. I just don't want him.
That's fair enough.
Stewart, I would like to have, and I would bring him in this week, but I don't have anyone to bring him in for. And like for me to get Briggs for me to get say Cumming or CJ for Stewart isn't that hard for me to do.
Yeah.
It's like it's 2 trades. It's not going to cost me that much because the players I'm going to trade is already that price anyway. Yeah. So that's why I don't care too much about bringing him in right now at this price. Even though great price to bring him in, he's got a low break even as well, 70. He's going to make that. Yeah. You're going to be laughing pretty much. I like that for your team anyway. Yeah. So I just want to check your.
You may as well give me the money now, mate. I'm 11 and zip.
Have you? You haven't lost a game yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, you haven't versed me. Oliver Crate, yeah, classic led Taranto. I've never brought in Taranto. I don't trust him as a premium.
Yeah, that's fair. And now, that's interesting you say that because
if I was you, I'd get rid of him with 100k and get literally anyone else.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that because I've been waiting for him. I shouldn't say waiting for him. Like, just say he was to start going on a tear of shit scores.
Yeah.
He was gone. Yeah. He would be out of my team.
He's still averaging 100, which is fine. Last 3 rounds, 96.
He's doing his job, basically, and I'm happy with that. So.
Oh, exactly. And at 515, you don't have to worry about who you're going to pick him up for. It's like a luxury trade.
Money as well.
Yeah, it's a luxury trade at the end of the year. You don't really care too much.
Correct.
There was a reason why I didn't pick him up at the start of the year, and I think it was to get Raul.
Yeah, okay.
to have Raul at the start of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, that's fine.
Yeah.
Merritt's a good shout. He's a great price at the moment.
Yeah.
I just brought in Boak over him, basically. And that's I think that's because I think they both have similar. They've got a similar average.
Yeah, roughly, I believe. Yeah.
I just know that Essendon have some players to still bring in, and I don't know if that's going to affect his score. And with Port, it's pretty solid if you pick up. Not if you pick up Boak, but like Port players that they've got their position basically. They know who they are, sort of thing.
Absolutely.
You've obviously kept Zeeble as well. Zeeble's been gun for you. You got rid of Heaney.
Yeah.
Atkins, I got rid of. That was my raid trade for the week, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that raid trade got me Lloyd in the back.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. Yeah, I'm liking your team. It's very similar. We've got a few different players. If I was to bring in Stewart and stuff like that, we'd have a lot closer sort of connection, sort of thing. But
absolutely.
But I like having the differences there, basically.
Yeah. I'll just go through my last 2 trades.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
No, that's all good. All good. So, Caleb Poulter out. James Jordan out.
Yep.
Now I've got in Boakey.
Yeah, we brought in Boak. That's right.
Yeah, and via DPP, I've brought in Nick Haynes as well.
Yeah. I think Nick Haynes is just great for the price, basically.
Yeah.
Who'd you get rid of for Haynes? Sorry.
So I would have. It's via DPP. So I would have. It was probably Poulter, to be honest, because then I switched. I think I brought down Bianco. Yes, I did.
Brought down. Yeah, that's right. Brought down Bianco, bring home. Yeah.
So it would have been either one of them.
Yeah. But basically, Haynes for me is almost like a bench cover. But if he scores, if he outscores Cumming this week, which I sort of see happening, I'll most likely have Cumming on the bench and Haynes there. I would have loved if they weren't playing, if CJ and Haynes weren't playing each other, or Hawthorn and GWS weren't playing each other, because then I could very easily switch the 2 around and see who's going to play first, take their score, sort of thing. With the loopholes, but I'm liking it. I know it's a lot of money to have on the bench, whether it's 300k, 500k, or Bailey Smith in my example as well. But I might do... Yeah. So wait, we're not playing this week, we're playing next week against each other? Not next week, the week after, sorry?
Possibly, Kieran. Possibly. I think we might be playing in round 16.
Have a quick... I got a big round 15 for my work league as well.
I'm pretty sure we're playing in 16.
If
we just have a looky. Yes, we are playing in 16.
You're going to beat me by miles, mate. Look.
I don't know, Kieran. I don't think we can pot in round 16 because I don't want to be saying my tips.
Look, I'm still gonna say what I'm gonna be picking in round 16. You're gonna know the team. You're gonna know the team that's gonna be beating you in round 16, my friend.
Inside out. Oh, here we go. Turn it up. Pipe down, Mr. Reynolds.
But yeah, look, I'm liking it. I'm liking it at the moment.
Nice.
We'll sort of see how we go.
Exactly right.
I've only got 17, I think, this week. But I'm liking the 17 that I do have, basically.
Yeah.
If I do any trades, any changes before next week, is that I won't have Lloyd next week, and I may wait another week, sort of thing, and keep Frederick that I have, because I don't think Frederick's actually
he hasn't
named
been
for him.
named. No, he hasn't been named.
As I don't think he's named in the inter. Oh no, he plays Saturday.
Yeah.
He's emergency, basically.
His emergency. Will be interesting if he's named as injury sub.
If he is an injury sub, I would love to get rid of him, because he's stuffed me over twice before that, or maybe even 3 times. When he had like a nothing break even, and he scored 15 twice or something like that, or a 12 or a 13 or something like that. Ignored him. I'd love to see how, just talking about it, love to see how what's his name plays this week.
Rao,
yeah.
He had a stinker against Freo. So,
exactly. Another bench player for you. There you go.
Yeah.
what's he? So just before we leave.
Yeah.
I just want to see what he's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna be cheap.
He's gonna be dirt cheap.
He's gonna
break even's 237.
He's gonna be dirt cheap, my friend. He is gonna be the cheapest guy in the field. He's gonna be sitting next to Bailey Smith on my bench, basically, in a couple of weeks. What he scored? Yeah, he had 50. He's got a 6 and he's averaging 30.
Not great.
No, it's not the best. But that's all right. I'll see you next week, Jordan. We'll see how we go.
Will do, mate.
We'll
have a good week.
Yeah, you too, my friend.
Mate.
Cheers.
All right, bye.